Everybody.
Hi guys.
I know it's been a while since we made a video,
Hmm.
and we wanted to make a more in-depth video on the email processing system. And once again, I am Jasmine,
And I am Martin.
and we are here to give you more insight, more about why people think the way they do about the email processing system. Now, first and foremost, I was a person that thought it was a scam as well.
So was I.
We both, and we read all the blogs, and everybody had a horrible experience with it. Well, most people we came across had a horrible experience. And it wasn't until I actually started looking into the people that were successful with this that made me be like, well, it was only $25. Now, before email processing system, I've done research on different types of network marketing, like Ponzi schemes or matrix schemes or scams. But one thing that we both would like to address is the scam.
Yeah. Bad control.
It is. Because a few people have been burned because they didn't have a very good sponsor, or they thought that they would just receive all this money just flowing into their inbox, and that's not the case.
Hmm.
Now, to do the email processing system or any other online business, you're going to have to put in the work and the investment. Now, a lot of times, individuals, we want a better life. We don't want to work at a job. We don't want to get up all types of hours of the morning to go somewhere that we dread to go to.
All day. Every day. 7 days a week.
And that was my life for 9 years. For 9 years, I did the 9 to 5 life. Right after high school, I worked for fast food. It was my first job. And I learned a lot of things along the way, business aspects. I wasn't really outspoken. It helped me be more, how can I say, what's
Yeah.
the word for it? Outspoken. There you go. That's pretty much.
Yeah.
Um, because I'm an introvert. I don't really go out my way to talk to people. I'm more of a observer type of person. That's one of my favorite things to do before I get into anything. And that's not just network marketing with people. I observe. Now, I may not have observed so closely, but I started to really start to pay attention and pay attention to my feelings that I was feeling for 9 years. After high school is great, you have a job and you're going to college. I did that as well. I was working full time at that job and having to go to college and catch two buses, sometimes two buses and a train to get to college, get home, have an hour to myself, and then go to work and do it all over again. Now, me, I never felt college was for me. I was the type of person that I'm more interested in the subject itself than me taking a whole bunch of classes that don't interest me. I like to get straight to the point. I don't want to learn about statistics if I want to be a psychologist. You know, so I stopped going to college and I kept working full time at that job. I became a manager. And at first, it was cool. It was my first leadership role that I got to step into myself as a powerful person. Being a crew member for like 4 years, it's a completely different world. But one thing is, I never let it change me. Just because I had a different shirt, just because I had a different title, it did not.
Change who you were.
Right. Because I was just like those crew members. And in life, we see a lot of people that be successful and they just forgot where they come from. And I vowed that whenever I be successful, which I will be, that I will never treat anyone that way because we all started from something. or nothing.
Yeah.
So what was your story on let them know more about you. I always talk about me, you know.
Yeah, she did. My story, we met in the same spot.
Hmm.
And do you believe that I was in high school while being a manager? Crazy. It was crazy. I was killing myself. No time for myself. Doing different activities. In high school, I was part of the band, and my weekends would go. And after that, to go right back into work. Nah, I didn't want to do that. I was so tired. I'm like, I don't feel like doing this. Like, this is not for me. Working a job the rest of my life, it's not for me. I'm going to find a way out.
Right.
Because most of us want to find a way out anyway.
None of us want to wake up every day feeling miserable about the lives that we live.
No.
That's a horrible feeling. You shouldn't have to feel that way. So that's why I got tired of feeling that way. I said, I know that if I'm watching other people be successful, and one thing about me was I didn't want to work in a workplace. I don't like authority. I'm just going to be open and honest. I don't. I don't like when people make my schedule. I don't like being told what to do. Since I have grown up, you know, I'm 26 now, I have wanted to take more control of my life and make my own life. And I was like, working from home sounds great because I don't have to be around people I don't want to be around. I don't have to expose myself to energies I don't want to be around that stick to me throughout the day. And then you ever been around some people you work with and it's just they drain the life out of you?
And you feel terrible about it.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't want to do nothing. You're just in a happy mood. You don't
You
want to do nothing.
right, you come into work and you come in like, hey everybody, and they just like, hey, I
Like,
can't stand being here. And you hear that for 8 hours a day. You get up every day. You know, after your days off, you feel that dread, like, oh, back to this life. But what if it doesn't have to be that way?
which it doesn't.
So that's when I started doing more research in the email processing system because I didn't really do online marketing really prior to that.
Yeah.
So I said, $25. I get training. I can make money online. Okay. So I started looking into that. And then it wasn't until I lost my job, I got fired. It was a very painful time. You know, you think about how your bills are going to get paid. How am I going to eat? You know, but I had to look at it that I was getting what I asked for. I wanted to work from home because me and him, we both had a goal board, his and her goals board.
Yes, we do.
And when we wrote our goals down, it actually started to manifest and things in our life started to change. And one thing was I was mentally checked out of that job. You know, the last couple of weeks I was there, one day I came in, I had a panic attack. Now, 9 years, I never had a panic attack. You know, I dealt with somebody throwing something at me at work. I dealt with a lot.
Yeah, I forgot you dealt with that.
I dealt with a lot. When your like physical health is at stake, that you know somebody's gonna come in there and throw something to hurt you, you know, that's what snapped me out.
Or that you have a drug dealer in there that's popping pills in the bathroom, and you got to be the one to give him CPR and call the cops. That was me. I did
Yeah,
that. I was like, what?
on his shift, somebody overdosed in the bathroom and passed away.
I was like, how?
We have dealt with a lot, you know, and people don't realize a lot comes with fast food.
Yeah.
It does. It's not just give people burgers and that's it. We deal with a lot. Like our health is at stake, our well-being is at stake because you never know somebody's gonna fly off the handle or throw something at you. So when that guy did that, that's what snapped me back. Like I don't feel safe. I I don't want to live this life no more. I mean, I dealt with the emotional stress, but then when it came to my physical stress, I was like, this is where I draw the line. So with the email processing system, it was wonderful because I said, hey, I lost my job, but I have something to fall back on.
Yeah, you do.
And I was like, let me see for myself what it's about. So I signed up with someone on YouTube. And after I signed up, I introduced him
Me.
as well to the email processing system. And I thought I was going to get scammed out. Now, here's an important thing. You have to know who you are signing up with.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a lot of people do not take responsibility for being scammed how they did.
Because everybody just want to get rich.
You know, here's a one way, you know, scam where they don't even want to show their face.
Mm-hmm.
You know, on Facebook, we're part of groups every day that post about the opportunities. A couple of them hit my inbox, and I look on their profile page, and it's pictures, just random pictures from Google, and their profile is made in June, and it's August. See, people would not put, if there was a scammer, it would not make sense to put your personal face, like your personal Facebook profile, your face, your information to a scam. You know, so when people be like, it's a scam, I'm like, I'm sorry, you haven't misunderstood.
Yeah.
Because there's different variables. You know, people sign up with people that they shouldn't have.
Mm-hmm.
The flags of a scammer are there. If somebody's trying to talk to you and ask you how you're doing, they're not pushing you too much, and you see that they're a real person because if you go to their profile, you see they have friends,
Mm-hmm.
they're tagged in photos that you see it's them. So, you know, people just simply like scam.
What? What? How did you get scammed?
I'm just like, I'm sorry, maybe I just don't, maybe I just think more into things
Mm-hmm.
because I'm like, well, why in the world, if I would think if I was a scammer, that would be dumb of me to put my face out to you, you know, and say, hey, join this opportunity.
Well,
And
you
I'm
already know our face.
right, and you know where I live at. You know, you could contact people. Like scammers, they get your money and go.
Yeah, they don't share anything.
Not at all. And it just it's just a couple things that just I really am a sincere person and well as him.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have time to scam people. We're not like that.
No.
We get nothing out of that. And plus we're firm believers in karma.
Yeah.
So if, while we're scamming you, especially if we was to scam people, to be honest with you, it wouldn't just be for $25.
And then it'll come right back around.
Right. Because we see a lot of that. People being scammed, you know, but you have to realize you get what you give when you out here scamming people. I don't want to scam nobody because I don't want to be scammed.
Yeah.
I will not put my face to something that was a scam that I have proof with, that I am actually in, that I received a product. People think just because it's not a physical product,
There's no product.
Right. It's a digital product. Now we live in a technological age where a lot of things are technical and not physical. So just because you don't get a package in the mail, that does not mean that this opportunity is fake.
It didn't provide you with anything.
Because I'm looking at people that's making money with this, and I'm like, if that's the case, they would have been in jail because they would have frauded a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they're successful because they had to change their mindset. And that's all that it comes down to is, are you really willing to change your life? And step outside that box and move from, this is speaking to people that's unhappy, like we were, out that box and chase your dreams. Because when you die, they will replace you at that job. All your accomplishments will be nothing eventually.
There'll be a day forward of what happened to you.
Mm-hmm.
They will forget about you in a heartbeat.
Right. These people have to get that these jobs don't, most of them, is somebody else's dream.
Mm-hmm.
You're helping build somebody else's dream.
Not building your own dream, what you feel inside.
So you should definitely start to build your own dream.
Mm-hmm.
Those times about, yo, this is 15 minutes.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.